Hi, OJ. I need to tell you something. Not because I want sympathy, not because I think you will understand, but because this thing is eating me alive from the inside. And if I don't say it out loud, I think I'll go mad. You know how we always talked about making it? How we'd always stay up late scrolling through Instagram, watching these boys our age with their Range Rovers and designer clothes. And we would promise ourselves that one day, some way, somehow, we would get there too. Well, I tried to take a shortcut, OJ, and that shortcut cost me everything: my manhood, my humanity, maybe even my soul. I'm telling you this from a place you wouldn't recognize me. I'm not a guy you used to know. That person died the night I opened a calabash and decided that money was worth more than the woman who loved me. What I'm about to confess will disgust you. It should. It disgusts me too. But you need to hear it, because if you ever think about taking that same shortcut, if you ever feel desperate enough to believe that there is an easy way out, maybe my story will stop you. Maybe it will save you from becoming what I've become. This is what happened to me. This is what I did. And this is why I can never go back. It all started on a humid Accra night when I held that calabash in my trembling hands, fresh from the mallam's shrine in Nima. The weight of it felt heavier than it should have been, like it was filled with something more than just leaves and roots. I called her. My voice came out weak, fake sick. I'm not well. Seriously, I can't even stand. Please come. I needed you. She didn't hesitate, not even for a second. Within the hour, she had left her office at Osu, bought provisions from ShopRite, medicine from the chemist, and rushed to my single room in Dansuman. 5 years we had been together. 5 years of her paying my rent when the landlord threatened me. 5 years of her buying me shirts from Kantamanto when mine got torn. She loved me with everything, OJ. Everything. And I was about to kill her. The mallam had been clear. Put her panty inside a calabash every night for 7 days. Middle of the night. She will cough first, then she will grow thin. By the 7th day, she will die. Then the money will come. I tried everything else, OJ. Sports betting at every betting shop from La Paz to Medina. Yahoo. Sitting in cafes with my laptop trying to scam foreigners. Nothing worked. I was drowning in poverty while watching Instagram boys flex with their G-Wagons. The mallam said this was the only way. When she arrived, I noticed something changed in her face the moment she stepped inside. Just for a flash, like she sensed something. But she smiled and started unpacking the things she bought for me. That night, after she bathed and we lay down, I waited. The room was dark except for the faint glow from the street light outside. Around 2 a.m., when her breathing had steadied into sleep, I moved carefully. My heart was pounding so hard I thought it was about to wake her. I took her panty from where she had left it and crept into the corner where I had hidden the calabash under old clothes. When I lifted the lid, this smell hit me, OJ, like something that had died and been left in the sun, like burnt hair mixed with something rotten. I dropped the panty inside, waited exactly as the mallam instructed, then took it out and put it back. It will soon change, I whispered to myself. I'll be rich and I'll make it. But deep inside, something was screaming at me to stop. The next morning, I woke up restless, watching her sleep, waiting for her to cough. The mallam said that would be the first sign. I sat at the edge of the mattress, staring at her chest, waiting. Then my own chest started burning. A cough tore through me, dry and painful. Then another and another. My eyes watered. My throat felt like I had swallowed broken glass. Baby, are you okay? She asked, turning towards me. The fan, I managed to say. I think the fan was too much. She gave me water. I drank, confused. Why was I the one coughing? The whole day felt wrong. She cleaned my room, cooked banku and okra stew, played high life from her phone. She was laughing, dancing a little. Meanwhile, I couldn't think straight. The cough wouldn't stop. That night, I did it again. Put her panty in the calabash. Convinced myself it just needed time to work. The next morning changed everything, OJ. I went to the bathroom to urinate, but the pain that hit my stomach was different. Sharp, like needles from inside. Then I saw it. Instead of urine, 5 white maggots crawled out of me, out of my manhood. OJ, 5 living maggots. I couldn't scream. I just stood there, frozen, watching them on the floor of my bathroom. Then I fell backwards, hitting my head on the door. That's when I knew something had gone terribly wrong. I rushed to the mallam that same morning. The sun was barely up, but I was already sweating, running through the streets like a madman. Baba, something is happening. I burst into the shrine. The thing isn't working. She's okay, but me, I'm coughing. Baba, this morning, maggots from my thing. Baba, maggots. He looked at me for a long time. Then he laughed. A quiet, knowing laugh that made my blood cold. Your girlfriend, he said slowly. She's not a witch, but her grandmother. He leaned forward. That old woman is the real deal. Very powerful. If you touch her granddaughter's blood, you will touch fire. My mouth went dry, OJ. Her grandmother. The ritual had turned against you. He said, if you don't do something fast, before the 7th day finish, you will die. Not her. You. Papa, I beg you, I don't want to die. He went to the corner and brought out a bottle with cloudy water inside. Drink small amounts from this every day. It will keep you alive for some time after the 7 days. But if you don't drink it, you will die on the 7th day. Exactly. Then he brought out something else. A condom tied to a red thread, wrapped in a black cloth. The smell was terrible. This one has charms inside. He said, you must use it on her, and if she refuses, sprinkle this powder. She will come to you herself, but after everything, keep that condom safe. If your grandmother's power touches it, you are finished. You will start to rot from the inside. I took everything, OJ. My hands were shaking. When I reached home, she was sitting on my bed in her wrapper, smiling. At least, that's what I saw. What I didn't know, OJ, was that the real her had already called her grandmother the first night. Her waist beads had moved on their own, warning her. She had left that morning while I was gone. What she left behind was one of her protective beads lying on the floor. The bead had transformed into an old woman, but In my eyes, I saw her, my girlfriend. That night, we were together. I used the condom. The next morning, I woke up and went to wash my face. When I looked down, OJ, it was gone. My manhood, completely gone. Just smooth skin where it used to be. I screamed, ran back to my room, and there on the mattress was a massive snake. Green-black scales, thick as my arm, with tongues flickering in and out. Jesus, Jesus, I stumbled backwards. The snake lunged and bit me on the leg. Pain exploded through my body. I grabbed my stool, threw it, but it only hissed louder. I crawled to the door, ran into the street barefoot, blood running down my leg, screaming. People stared as I ran, all the way to Nima, to the mallam's place. Baba, open the door, I'm dying. He came out slowly, looked at me, looked at my legs. You have slept with the wrong spirit, he said quietly. I collapsed, shaking. Baba, help me, please. He gave me something to drink. The poison stopped, but then he said the words that broke me completely. Your manhood would never come back. That girl's grandmother, she's too powerful for me. She has tied your thing in the spiritual world. I cannot bring it back. I wept on his floor like a child. Baba, I will pay anything. I'll do anything. Money won't help you, he said. Only one way. Go beg the girl. If she forgives you, maybe her grandmother will release you. For days, I searched for her everywhere in Accra. Her house locked, phone off. Her workplace, nobody knew where she was. Finally, I remembered her friend. She gave me an address in the village far from Accra. The journey was long, hot, dusty. When I finally reached the compound, she was there, washing clothes. What are you doing here? She asked, her face hard. I fell on my knees in the red dirt. Please forgive me, I'm begging you. I'm dying, please, I don't want to die. She looked at me for long. I've forgiven you already, but I can't help you. Only my grandmother can return what you lost. She took me to the old woman's house at the edge of the village. The place felt cold, even in the heat. Straight marks on the walls, dried herbs hanging. Inside, the grandmother sat on a mat, her eyes glowing slightly in the dim light. So you are the one, she said, smiling. Not a kind smile. You think you can harm my granddaughter. Very soon, you'll die. Mama, I beg. I fell flat on the ground. Forgive me. I don't know she was your granddaughter. Please help me. I don't want to die. I need my thing back. She laughed quietly. You think forgiveness is easy? You and that mallam touched what you shouldn't have touched. Now, one of you must die. My blood froze. Kill the mallam, she said calmly. If you kill him, you will live. But if you don't kill him, you will die. Both of you cannot survive. I sat there in that cold room, tears running on my face onto the dusty floor. I had never killed anything or anyone before. OJ, never even fought properly. But the fear of dying, the shame of what I'd become, the emptiness where my manhood used to be, I looked up at her. If that's what it takes, then I'll do it. She nodded. Then go. Your life depends on it. I walked out into the village night. The Harmattan wind was blowing through the trees. My eyes felt different now, empty and cold. I was going back to Accra to kill the mallam because I wanted to live. even though I didn't deserve to. My eyes felt different, empty, cold. I was going back to Accra to kill the mallam because I wanted to live, even though I didn't deserve to. Watch out for part 2.
This is your anonymous OJ, and if you are new here, I would like you to like, subscribe, share, comment, and hype this channel, and tell somebody about your anonymous OJ. I'll see you in our next conversion.